And Mitch with Druthers News. We're here in Elgin Park in Uxbridge for a different kind of story time. We're going to see what's going on here.
We're finding that many of our youth and children are confused. Many adults are confused. And we're just giving an alternative of the truth to be able to share with people so that they can rethink and make maybe different choices than what they're being presented, whether they're at school, whether they're watching television, or whether they're just in their own neighborhood. They're able to receive information to make another choice or to continue to make their own choices at least.
God's plan is for family, and it's not that God doesn't love the world, but He does have structure, and that structure is mom, dad, and family values being instilled in our youth.
Pride has become not just a parade anymore, not just a weekend anymore. Now we've got a whole season dedicated to Pride. How do you guys feel about that?
I talked to an Army vet not too long ago, and he was an American, and his response was they give us one day, and the Pride movement gets a month. So you figure that out. We've had, through COVID, a number of young families come with, and a lot of homeschool kids. And we just want to make sure that they're grounded in what we believe. And if we don't stand up for truth, if we don't draw a line in the sand, the world will try to draw that line for us.
You stayed open during the lockdowns. You refused to close. Why did you do that?
We, like the rest of everyone, were very concerned at first, like everyone was, that this could be something that was very dangerous. And so we did take precautions, and we did have the seats marked off. But we stayed to our 10 people for a month or so, and we went by protocols, 15%. We are a small church, so 15% was very easy for our building, which fit 200. So we didn't really break any rules in a sense until we thought this has gone on too far. We were seeing people coming that were suffering. They were feeling locked down. People were not talking to them because they weren't vaccinated, and we realized there was a dilemma going on, and so we were actually doing this to serve the people. We felt and we feel that the church is a relevant place for people to come to be uplifted, encouraged, and blessed, and that's what we wanted to do. That's what we're called to do. So we didn't want to get rid of our calling, and we are, in the end, we are accountable to God, and so we are more inclined to be more accountable to God than we were to men at this time. And that was the decision that we made as a leadership team. And for us, it has just blessed us and blessed so many people because we chose to do that. And we're not regretting that we did. But I do clarify that we did do what we were supposed to do at the very, very beginning. We did, because we were all concerned. We were all lied to.
Certainly, yeah, you weren't reckless by any means, but I'm curious, how has it blessed your church since you've done this?
Well, we probably tripled inside, if not quadrupled. We have gone to 2 services, and I think our highest count has been 250 when we were 30 people, 35 people, 40 maybe when we first started. We're not taking advantage of what happened, but we're actually reaping the results of people just thinking things through and just making their own decisions. And hopefully we still have a country that we can still do that.
We chose to live by faith and not by fear. And again, Psalm 91 says there's a place that we come and hide under the shadow of his wing. And so do we trust that the God of creation can look after us, or do we not? So we chose to believe the word over what man was saying. And so my wife was a registered nurse, my sister was an optometrist, and we had some medical advice also that what we were being fed was maybe not completely truth. So it gave us more motivation to stand up for what we believed, and we took a risk. And so I went to my wife and my 5 kids and said, if they come and arrest me, will you come and visit me in jail? So they said they would. So we, with a family blessing, we made a choice to stay open regardless of the consequences. And God blessed us. I'm a dairy farmer also, and someone from our community that didn't go to our church, a well-known person from our communities, 6 o'clock in the morning, come into my barn and said, I'm on my way to commit suicide. I have it all planned out. And said, Pastor Jim, you're my last hope. And I was able to lead him to the Lord at 10 o'clock that morning and counsel him all summer long, and he's doing well today. But I saw the other side of COVID. It wasn't people dying of COVID, but there were people dying of suicide, of loneliness, and destroyed families. And so we realized that there was a community in crisis because of this lockdown, and we wanted to reach out and meet that need. So.
Be who you want to be in freedom and joy.